Hi, this April full moon oracle message is partly inspired by an event that some colleagues had last week in which they were bringing in information about healing the wounds of the patriarchy. And as I like to call it, the dominator culture. To me, that just is so much easier for us all to use as a term because it takes the onus off of the men who've actually been damaged as deeply by this dominator culture as the women. So with love and appreciation for all the men and all the women and all those who are differently gendered on the planet, I offer this, and my guide suggested that I give you all a guided meditation of the kind that I have been doing in the Wise Women Immersion for the women in those circles, as something that you can use to help align yourself more fully for the changes that are happening, for the transformation that is occurring and that we all are participating in. So this will be a way that you can bring yourself into greater alignment and harmony with the energies that are needed to transform the dominator culture into a culture of partnership and to transform human consciousness and elevate our consciousness to the place where we can begin this or continue this process of healing, which has actually already begun. So we'll do our part to contribute to this collective shift that's occurring. So I invite you to either keep your eyes open and use this beautiful image behind me as a portal to pull your conscious awareness into the state, the meditative state, or to close your eyes. And begin with breath. Begin by consciously breathing more deeply and slowly, softening the belly to allow the movement of the diaphragm deeper, to allow the breath to become deeper. Breath is life. Breath is the beginning. Breath is how we begin to access our meditative state. And as my guides have been asking you all in these oracle transmissions that I have been doing this year to continue to expand your perceptions, breath is the way in. Breath is our first place to go as we want to drop into that deeper state that allows us to expand our perceptions and awareness to include the spirit realms, spirituality, and the subtle realms. So continuing to deepen the breath and feeling your body being supported by the chair that you're sitting in, and taking a few moments just to be with the breath. Feeling the breath moving in and out. Feeling the diaphragm move lower with each inhale, softening the belly, softening that solar plexus, that area which is our third chakra, place from which we can dominate. We can try and dominate or do dominate both ourselves and others. So softening that third chakra to allow ourselves to move into the other state, which is so rich and rewarding for us. And then bringing your awareness to the soles of our feet and extending a grounding trunk down into Mother Earth, nice and thick, about the thickness of our torso. And seeing it with Mother Earth's permission, extending down through all the layers of earth and rock and water and fire to the molten iron crystal at the center of Mother Earth, and seeing our grounding trunk wrap around that crystal 3 times. And then feeling and seeing in our mind's eye a surge of beautiful golden nurturing earth energy rising up that grounding trunk, coming in through the soles of our feet, filling our bodies, and then fountaining out the tops of our heads to create a beautiful golden bubble all around us, at least 3 feet in all directions, including under our feet. And then bringing our awareness to the center of all creation in the universe, the cosmic womb of Divine Mother, and drawing in a crystal and golden white light from there through our soul stars, through our sun, to come in through the tops of our heads, through our higher chakras, to flow down through our bodies, down our legs and out the bottoms of our feet, and then to spiral through the earth energy to create now a beautiful crystal and golden bubble of Divine Mother energy from above and from below. And we know and declare that this energy is healing and protective and nourishing down to our very DNA. Breathing this golden light in and accepting the healing. One of the things that came through in my colleagues' channeling is that there's a level of forgiveness that's required for us now in these times to move forward that is beyond what we have been able to do so far. It's beyond what we have been able to imagine so far. And I invite you to extend that forgiveness first to self. We've talked about self-love as being the foundation of all. So this is the primary place where we begin with forgiveness. Embracing ourselves for being human. We are human beings on the planet at this time. We are also divine beings at the same time. And to be human is to fully celebrate and embrace all of what that means, which includes celebrating our emotions. And there's a lot of spiritual teaching that talks about, oh, you have to get rid of your ego and you can never have a negative thought. And no, it's about celebrating being human and having this compassion for ourselves first. And forgiveness for ourselves for the places that we have transgressed. Because when we try and stuff the shadow down, it just comes back and smacks us right up in the face when we least expect it. So the way through is through love, compassion, forgiveness, and honoring for ourselves, for all of our emotions, and allowing our emotions with awareness, with consciousness, to fully feel our emotions without having to just splat them all over someone else. That tends to happen more also when we're stuffing, when we're not really paying attention, when we're not allowing, then we tend to just project it onto somebody else or let our anger create hurt and harm in the world. So taking those breaths, again, coming back to the breath, giving yourself permission to be a whole human being with conscious awareness and with love, to feel the emotions and then allow them to flow through. And you can allow them to flow out the bottoms of your feet, down your grounding trunk, and into the earth. So I invite you to see what emotions are alive in you right now. Is there something that you're angry about? Is there something you're sad about? Is there something you're upset about? And have you been trying not to have those emotions? Give yourself permission to feel them. Continue with that deep, slow breath. Feel the emotion, honor it. Give yourself that full permission to have it. And then it can flow out and down through your feet into Mother Earth to be transmuted. Beginning with this forgiveness for self. And then we can begin to extend our forgiveness to others. So this new level of forgiveness is another place that we're being asked to expand into. So from this Divine Mother bubble of crystal and golden energy, Now I invite you to actually see your divine self as a light body in front of you. And we are being asked to ever more fully integrate our divine selves with our human embodied selves. And this is what I always talk about when I talk about healing the soul's voice, which is having our whole fully expressed human embodied voice combined with our whole fully expressed divine voice and bringing them through this magical throat chakra. So seeing your divine self as a light body standing in front of you. Continue to breathe deeply. And with this crystalline golden light and with the assistance of your divine self, see what is no longer serving you and is no longer needed being washed away. And it can be washed either down and out into Mother Earth, or it can be washed up and out to Mother Cosmos to be transmuted, whichever way feels better for you. See your divine self assisting you with this process of washing away what no longer serves. And this could be physical dis-ease, discomfort. This can be old thought patterns and old beliefs that we need to release at this time in order to move further into our transformation. With the breath, you can coordinate this with the breath if you wish. As you inhale, feel that light filling you, and as you exhale, you can see those things being washed down and out or up and out. With the assistance of your divine self, and now I invite you to see your energy systems, your chakra systems, which are centers of energy. I know most of you are familiar with them. If you're not, you can look up a chakra chart. They're easy to find on the internet. And instead of thinking of raising your vibration or raising your frequency, I invite you to think about harmonizing. Each chakra has its own vibration, its own frequency, and they vibrate at different rates. And we are actually, therefore, a harmony of frequencies. We aren't one frequency. We aren't one vibration. And what I've been told by my guides is that we're really being asked to tune in, to be able to tune into different frequencies at different times, and to be able to run more energy overall through our bodies and through our chakra systems and through our energy fields. So I invite you now to bring your awareness to your first chakra at the very base of the spine, the floor of the pelvis. This is usually seen as a beautiful red color. See the positive aspects of that chakra being amplified and upgraded, and the energy pattern being regridded to be able to handle more energy. So the positive aspects of the first chakra are a feeling of safety and groundedness, of belonging, of abundance. And now bringing those positive aspects up to your second chakra at the level of the sacrum. This is our chakra of creativity, of sensuality and sexuality, a beautiful orange color. And see those attributes then being harmonized and brought up into the third chakra, which is our solar plexus. And seeing that chakra being transformed into the energy of partnership. This is a place that can hold that energy of domination. So we're going to consciously shift it to the energy of partnership with self first, and then also with others, with our communities, with our spirituality, with nature, with Mother Gaia herself. with this third chakra, the chakra of our personal power and will, we now shift this to the power of partnership so that we can exercise our personal power with integrity and in a way that helps to create the shift on the planet that we need at this time. And then bringing all of these positive aspects of the lower chakras up into the heart and expanding the energy in the heart, opening to greater and greater abilities to love self, others, nature, spirit. And then bringing your awareness to the upper chakras. I'm going to go up now. And expanding your ability to bring in information from spirit. These upper chakras are the ones that have more to do with our ability to expand our perceptions in the way that the guides have been asking us to do. So our 8th chakra, the chakra of our divine self, connected to spirit, which can serve as a filter for any information that's coming in from spirit, so that we receive only what is right, true, and appropriate for us at this time. The 7th chakra, the crown chakra, again connecting to the divine, connecting us to a greater ability to bring in information from spirit. And then our third eye, which is the chakra of perception of the subtle realms, and also bringing in information from spirit, but being able to see beyond what we have been taught to see. And this is another theme in my oracle transmissions this year, that the guides are asking us to see through, see behind, see below, see beyond. So to expand your idea of what it means to see also in the subtle realms. And then bringing all these into the throat chakra and all those positive aspects of the lower chakras up into the throat, which is the place from which we get to express all of this, integrated and coming through as our whole, fully expressed human and divine self. Bringing all this through our miracle of the throat chakra, which is our chakra, the only one that creates sound. Harmonizing. I invite you to think of the chakras as like a chord. And you're harmonizing, or we are harmonizing our chakras so that they all function together like a chord. My guides have said this is like the sacred chord, or this is the music of the spheres, the harmonizing of our energy systems. Seeing this beautiful harmony be created. And if you're inspired to sing or tone at this time, this will also help you to harmonize all of these chakras and to continue this process of upgrading them, allowing them to be able to run more energy and to work together so that you are in harmony. And now I invite you to see your divine self, which has been this light body, standing in front of you, assisting with this process. I invite you to see your divine self actually come and merge in with your physical self. And feel this, feel the energy of that divine self entering your physical body. And feel how it expands you, how it expands your abilities to also now perceive in greater ways and to understand more. And bringing our awareness now into this higher level of forgiveness that we're being asked to practice. This merging of divine self with embodied physical self really assists with this ability to bring in this higher degree, this deeper degree of forgiveness for ourselves, for others, for any off-world beings that have been interfering on the human plane and not for our highest good. Breathing deeply and allowing the breath to also continue this integration, this harmonization, and this expansion of our abilities to perceive the subtle realms and to receive information from spirit, to allow us to be more in partnership with the collective transformation that is occurring at this time. Breathe that in. And I invite you to do this as a regular practice, harmonizing your energy systems and integrating your divine self with your physical self. It's an ongoing process and practice that will have great rewards for you over time. Blessed be.